Have you ever met someone who is 70 years old, but somehow has more energy than people half their age? They walk into a room smiling. They're laughing. They're making jokes. They're planning trips. Meanwhile, somebody who is 45 is already acting like life ended 3 seasons ago. So what is going on here? What is the secret? Because if staying young was only about age, every teenager would be happy and every older person would be miserable. But that's not what we see. Some people get older and somehow become lighter, more peaceful, more joyful, more alive. And according to Carl Jung, one reason is simple. They stop wasting their energy. Not money, not time. Energy. Because energy is life. And the older you get, the more valuable it becomes. When you're 25, you can waste energy arguing with strangers online until 2 a.m. and still wake up feeling okay. When you're 65, one annoying phone call can make you want to sit quietly and stare at a wall for 30 minutes. Can I get an amen? So today we're talking about 5 things people over 65 need to stop wasting energy on if they want to feel younger, lighter, happier, and more alive. And trust me, Number 4 surprises almost everyone. So grab your tea, grab your coffee, grab that secret snack you're pretending is for later, and let's talk. Because this might be the most freeing conversation you've had all week. Number 1. Stop wasting energy trying to win every argument. Oh yes, we're starting with the spicy one. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Some people treat every conversation like it's the final round of a championship boxing match. You say the sky is blue. They pull out 3 articles. You say you like pineapple on pizza. They suddenly become lawyers. You tell them you're happy. They start explaining why you shouldn't be. It's exhausting. And here's something funny. The older you get, the more you realize something important. Being right doesn't always make you happy. Sometimes it just makes you tired. You can spend 3 hours proving your point and still lose your peace. That's not a victory. That's overtime nobody asked for. Think about it. How many arguments from 10 years ago still matter today? Most people can't even remember them. Yet, in the moment, they felt like the most important thing in the world. Carl Jung believed much of human suffering comes from the ego desperately trying to defend itself. The ego wants to win. The soul wants peace. And those 2 things are not always the same. Sometimes the most powerful words in the world are, okay, maybe. You could be right. Not because you lost, because you chose peace. I once heard someone say, you don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. That should be printed on a pillow. Imagine how much younger you'd feel if you stopped carrying around debates from last Tuesday. Some people are walking around with arguments from 1987. Let it go. The argument ended. The stress stayed. And stress is expensive. You pay for it with your energy. You pay for it with your sleep. You pay for it with your joy. The funny thing? Many people who keep arguing don't actually want answers. They want opponents. Don't apply for the job. Save your energy. Use it for laughter. Use it for grandkids. Use it for dancing badly in your kitchen. Those things are much more rewarding. And if you're watching right now, tell me in the comments. What's the most ridiculous argument you've ever had? I know some of you have stories, and I cannot be the only one who has seen people argue about the correct way to load a dishwasher. Human beings are amazing, and slightly ridiculous, which is why we love them. Now let's move to number 2, and this one changes everything. Stop wasting energy trying to please everyone. Oh boy, this one is a giant trap, especially for good-hearted people. You want everybody to be happy. You want everyone to like you. You don't want to disappoint anybody. So you say yes when you mean no. You agree when you disagree. You show up when you're exhausted. You carry responsibilities that aren't yours, and one day you wake up wondering why you're so tired. The answer is simple. You've been carrying an entire neighborhood on your shoulders. Listen carefully. You are not responsible for everybody's happiness. That job was never yours. And the funny thing is, the people you're trying hardest to please are often impossible to please anyway. You could give them a gold trophy. They'd ask why it's not platinum. You could buy them lunch. They'd ask about dessert. You could move mountains. They'd ask why the mountain wasn't moved faster. Some people are committed to dissatisfaction. Don't let them recruit you. One of the greatest freedoms after 65 is realizing this. People are allowed to have opinions about you, and you are allowed to keep living your life. That realization feels better than finding money in an old jacket pocket. Much better, because once you stop performing for everybody else, you start reconnecting with yourself. And that's where real youth lives. Not in your face, not in your age, but in your spirit. A spirit that isn't exhausted from constantly seeking approval. A spirit that can finally breathe. And when that happens, you smile more, you laugh more, you enjoy life more, and somehow you start looking younger too. Not because wrinkles disappeared, because stress did. And stress is one of the fastest ways to age a person. Trust me, some people don't need anti-aging cream. They need fewer people to impress. Think about that one. Because after the break, we're getting into something that secretly steals energy from millions of people every single day. And most don't even realize they're doing it. Now let's keep going, because the next one might be the biggest energy thief of them all. Number 3. Stop wasting energy reliving the past. Now, before anybody gets nervous, I'm not saying forget your memories. Some memories are beautiful, some memories are priceless. Some memories can make you smile before your coffee even kicks in. Keep those. I'm talking about the habit of replaying old mistakes like they're your favorite television show. You know what I mean. The brain suddenly says, "Hey, remember that embarrassing thing you said in 1998? And for some reason your brain responds, "Of course. Let's watch it again." Why? Who requested this program? Nobody. Yet there it is, playing in high definition. The older I get, the more I realize something funny. Most of the embarrassing moments we obsess over, other people don't even remember. They're too busy worrying about their own embarrassing moments. Meanwhile, you're sitting there replaying a conversation from 20 years ago. That's like carrying expired groceries around and wondering why the bag smells bad. Throw it out. The past has already taken its turn. It's the present's turn now. Think about children for a moment. 1 minute they're crying. 5 minutes later they're chasing butterflies. They don't sit down and analyze yesterday's playground politics. They're living. That's one reason they seem so full of life. Many older people who stay youthful have mastered this secret. They remember the past, but they don't live there. They visit. Then they come home. Because today deserves your attention. Today deserves your energy. Today deserves your laughter. And let's be honest. At this stage of life, every good day is valuable. So don't spend today arguing with yesterday. Yesterday can't hear you anyway. The older man who keeps reliving every regret gets older faster. The older woman who keeps carrying every mistake gets heavier emotionally. But the person who says, "That chapter is over," that person gets lighter. And light people stay young longer, not because they avoid problems, because they stop dragging old ones around. Now, let's talk about something that surprises almost everybody. Number 4. Stop wasting energy comparing your life to other people. Oh, this one is dangerous, especially these days. You open your phone. Suddenly, everybody appears to be living their best life. One person is on a beach, another is buying a new car. Someone else is posting pictures of a perfect family dinner. And there you are eating toast and wondering if you're doing something wrong. Let me tell you a secret. Everybody's highlight reel looks impressive. Nobody posts pictures of themselves looking confused while trying to remember why they walked into the kitchen. Yet we've all done it. You walk into a room, forget why you're there. Stand silently, then somehow leave with a snack. That's life. Real life. Comparison steals joy because it creates a game you can never win. There will always be somebody richer, somebody younger, somebody taller, somebody with more hair. And for some of us, that last category is becoming very competitive. But here's the truth. Your journey was never supposed to look like somebody else's. The oak tree doesn't compare itself to the rose. The rose doesn't compare itself to the sunflower. Each one grows in its own way. And people are exactly the same. Some people bloom early, some bloom later. Some discover happiness at 30, others discover it at 70. There is no schedule. Life isn't a race, it's an experience. The happiest older people understand this. They stop measuring themselves against everyone else. They start enjoying their own path. And that changes everything. Because comparison drains energy. Gratitude creates energy. One leaves you frustrated, the other leaves you smiling. Choose carefully. Your spirit notices the difference. And now we arrive at number 5, the one that ties everything together. Number 5. Stop wasting energy on things you cannot control. This one is life-changing, because so much stress comes from trying to control things that were never ours to control. The weather, other people's opinions, the past, traffic, the economy, the neighbor's barking dog, the fact that your remote control somehow disappears every single week. Some mysteries may never be solved, but here's what happens. People spend enormous amounts of energy fighting reality. Reality wins every time. Instead of asking, why is this happening? Sometimes ask, what can I do with what is happening? That question changes everything, because suddenly you're no longer stuck. You're moving, you're adapting, you're living. One of the greatest signs of wisdom after 65 is flexibility, not physical flexibility. Although touching your toes is still impressive, I'm talking about mental flexibility. The ability to say, this isn't what I planned, but I can still make something good out of it. That attitude keeps people young. Life rarely follows the script. Sometimes it tears the script up completely, then hands you a new one. The people who thrive aren't the ones who control everything. They're the ones who learn to dance with uncertainty. And honestly, some of life's best moments arrive unplanned. The unexpected conversation, the surprise friendship, the random laugh, the spontaneous trip, the beautiful afternoon that wasn't on the calendar. Life loves surprises. Don't waste energy trying to control every page before you've read the story. And here's what Carl Jung understood so well. Growing older is not about becoming less alive. It's about becoming more yourself. That's the real goal. Not looking younger, feeling younger. And there is a difference. Feeling younger means waking up curious, laughing more often, letting small things go, enjoying simple moments, protecting your peace, choosing joy over drama, choosing freedom over approval, choosing today over yesterday. And when you stop wasting energy on arguments, when you stop trying to please everybody, when you stop carrying the past, when you stop comparing yourself to others, and when you stop fighting things you cannot control, something beautiful happens. You become lighter, and lighter people move through life differently. They laugh easier, smile easier, love easier, live easier. That's the kind of youth no birthday can take away. So before you go, tell me in the comments, which of these 5 energy drains are you ready to let go of? Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, or number 5? I read the comments, and I love hearing your stories. And if you made it all the way to the end, type, I choose peace. Just those 3 words. I choose peace. Let's see how many people in this community are choosing a lighter, happier, younger way of living. Because no matter your age, life is still happening. The sun is still rising. There are still reasons to laugh. There are still memories to make. And your best days may not be behind you at all. They might just be waiting for you to stop wasting your energy on the things that don't deserve it. And that is a beautiful place to begin.